Hello, ladies. Oh, jeez. Hello? No, still definitely not. Hello. Oh, jeez. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud. The game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. As will be the case with almost every other week, I do not have my usual setup, so my voice is bound to sound a little bit different. Just keep me posted in chat. All right, and we are ready to go in just a moment's notice. How's everyone feeling? Is everyone here in Twitch chat? Just a reminder, if you are participating today, please join the group chat. You can find the group chat. Actually, let me go ahead and post that everywhere. Everything's a mess. Good afternoon, Dr. Doc PhD. Hope you were having a fantastic day yourself. Good morning, Krusty Crew. Nice. What's going on, Rival? Nice to see you stopping by. So Wing It, you should mostly be trying to get content for new videos. But that stuff's funny. Either way, we should be ready to go at this point. Make sure you guys join the group chat if you are participating today. We only have a few participants, so let's go ahead and get the show on the road. Hey there, Loomis. Welcome. First match on stream will, of course, be Hydra versus Coochie Connoisseur. Something about that name screams so old school.
Bitch!
It's me, the bitch.
You a bitch. Why'd you act? I even said I was playing, man.
I know. And so I just left you in the signups because I'm like, well, either you don't show up and I get to make fun of you, or, that's about it.
Can't believe this.
It's Hydrax. I'm going to assume that's Hydra. You're going to be going up against the good old Connoisseur. I have no idea. He's always late. He might not be late this time, though. I hope he's not late.
I mean, I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my all. So, baby, be mine.
I'll consider it.
Baby! Wait, that's not a Ja Rule voice. That's a fucking Louis Armstrong voice. I don't know how to do a Ja Rule impression. My voice ain't deep enough.
Imagine Louis Armstrong singing that shit is still just as good.
Just like, what's love? Got to do, got to do. It's about just me.
That's like a solid Louis Armstrong, too. I'm impressed.
Yeah, dude, everyone can do it. It's just a matter of doing the same thing with your voice.
I see skies so blue. Yeah.
See? Everyone can fucking do it. It's fucking fine. Like, dude, like, one time, one of my friends was like, yo, I'm not drunk, like, I'm not drunk, and then, like, we're just, like, walking outside, like, to go home, we just hear, I see skies of blue, and we're like, dude, you're fucking sauced. He's like, nah, dude, I'm fine, and then the next day, he's like, yo, Paul, I left my fucking keys, my girlfriend's keys, and my hat at your place.
I don't get it. You lost me.
He like left like all his shit at the fucking part at our friend's place because he was so
after we plastered so hard. God damn it.
Yeah, and he was so tired. He's like, I'm not drunk. I'm like, you did a Louis Armstrong impression, you fucking munchkin.
Alright.
That kanji? I don't see any Japanese on the screen anywhere.
But we both read that it's the same joke.
Oh, did he actually just misspell my name? I thought he actually...
No, he's like, is that kanji? That's Romaji. I think he's actually...
It's Romaji, by the way, no N.
Oh, really? I thought it was like Roman character. Like Roman...
It is Roman character, so... But in Italian, it's Roma, so the Japanese cognate is Roma, not Roman. So it's Romaji.
Oh, yeah. Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah, so like in Japanese, it's Italia, not Italy, so it's Italia. Because like names for countries are so weird. I don't know why it's called Japan. Because it's not called Japan in Japanese. Or like where the fuck we got the word China from. Where we got the word German from is like, I think on record somewhere, because that was like a post-colonial thing. But yeah, like, countries are never called, like, their actual names in different languages, which is fucking weird, because they're proper nouns.
Yeah. It's, what is Japan called? Like, the Land of the Rising Sun or something? What is it called?
Nihon.
Nihon, yeah.
Or Nippon, depending on your grammatical use. But yeah, and, like, China in Chinese is Zhongguo. which is like that's not anywhere near China.
Huh. I know India is sometimes referred to as Hindustan, but like that's the history reasons for that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's also like because they don't want to use Arabic derived like words. They don't use Hindustan except for the newspaper.
Yeah.
Which is still like the biggest newspaper in India, right?
I honestly don't know. I'm not cultured enough to know that.
Yeah, because I know my grandpa still reads the Hindustan Times.
Yeah. So those guys who are wondering in chat on why Dry Eyes isn't fighting Connoisseur, that's because Hydra shoved himself in at the last second, which is awesome. I'm glad he joined us. That also meant I had to shift around the signups a little bit. It doesn't seem like Connoisseur is here, although I found his account. I'm going to see if he's online at all. If he's not online, then we're just gonna go ahead and turn that into open lobby. Strong way to start. Last offline 43 hours ago. Alright. I don't think they're gonna be joining us today.
Dude, there was a guy there's a guy that Lightning like really like liked how he played and wanted to play with him more, and like but he never could like get a hold of him. And then he friended me and I played with him, and Lightning was like, no, why does he talk to me? And then he like went offline for like it was like 100, like it was like offline like 163 days or some shit. Jesus. But then when they redid the privacy policy, like so that it got reset, so it fucking like died at like 200 days or something.
Huh.
Which is been a mess. But yeah, like this dude was at like 100 days offline, like over that. I forget who he played. I think he played like solo Philia, and it was like just like insane.
Just played solo Philia insanely? Is that what I heard? I didn't hear you right.
Yeah, he was just nuts. Like he was just one of the best Philias I ever played.
That's pretty awesome. And then he just went dark for 200 days.
Yeah, and then like we just never heard from him again.
Alright, so Real Robot has suggested something extremely reasonable, so I guess we'll do it. Is Dry Eyes, you're gonna fight Hydra, so get in here.
Oh, should I open up Skullgirls so I can watch the game not on stream?
Presumably, yeah. There's a slot open here if you want to join.
Right. Cool. Let me load Steam. Also, am I echoey? I feel like I'm pretty echoey.
You're pretty echoey.
Yeah, that's how my apartment is. Just like in the LA days, I'm in an echoey apartment.
Good old school.
Yeah. I can't change how much echo there is. This is literally like, this is the room I'm in. My apartment has tile. I don't think there's a way to get around it.
I mean, you can like build a styrofoam box around it. It's nothing simple you can do. But, like, you could also just move your computer to a closet if you were crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Closets are pretty good at being like echo proof.
Yeah, but my closet's full of shit, and also I like where my desk is right now. I actually got a pretty sick setup going on right now.
That's solid. This is a rig you built, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the computer is like good, but the computer I had while I was in Texas, but like my whole apartment's like set up super nice right now.
Oh, cool. Glad you're digging it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you joined the lobby or not in time, but we got Diamond and Hydra on stream. Let's go.
It's not giving me the join game fucking message.
You can also join through the link. Like, there's a link to like somewhere.
I think I played this Undying guy. He's pretty new, right?
Yeah. Both these guys are pretty new, or rather, they don't play that often. At least I think Hydra's been around for a bit, but he doesn't play too often. Undying is relatively new.
Took off the head accidentally. Oh, we're just pressing buttons again. Like I don't know what to say during these matches.
Okay.
It's like
I don't think that's on accident. I think he's got headless shit.
I don't.
I need to convert off the thing with headless. That's pretty solid.
Maybe. Okay, was that a real verse there?
Alright, got in with the low. Yeah, so just a quick note in case you didn't realize it right there. Fortune can run under fear shots. Your low profiles just by running, which is great.
Yeah, she can low profile any projectile that isn't explicitly meant to hit on the ground, meaning double non-light guns, Fuqua L Fireball, Georges, that sort of thing.
So I know you really wanted to, after that heavy counter, after that red burst bait, I know you really wanted to kill Fortune right away, so you burned 3 meter. Because you mistimed it, you lost all that meter. So, like, notice the risk reward versus that. A, lab that out, so you shouldn't be messing up the timing. But B, you also just could have hit them and done, like, a standard, like from air to ground combo because he had all the time in the world because they burst. So you could have saved 3 meter and still killed him. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. That cross up was kind of sick. He got autocorrect cross up airball. That's punishable. Oh, now you die. Oh, no, you don't die. You said you put a lobby link somewhere?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's in the group chat. Oh, yeah, you found it. Right here.
I found it. I'm a genius.
Well done. I've been playing for about 400 hours. I do B-grade every week. Yeah, I see him B-grade all the time.
Yeah. I might start playing this game. I told you, like, I'm playing this game, like, again, but, like, not, like, competitively. I'm just, like, putting time into it because I need to help someone who wants to play this game.
That's badass.
So I need to stay up. Also, did you see what I told you about, like, your team? Like, I found a Squiggly Point team that's, like, actually insane.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't had a chance to lab around with it yet. I had a couple of friends who were trying to get into Eunice, so I've just been labbing Eunice for a couple of weeks, but like...
Oh man, I want to get into Eunice. I just like can't. I don't know why. I just have such a hard time playing Eunice. Like I just don't get it, I think.
It's one of the few fighting games that I actually get tired of. Like I can only play it for so long without getting...
Really? Because I like the it's so like it's the opposite of it's the Melty problem. So like Melty, I think has like one of the sickest like system mechanics of all time, but I hate all the like I don't have a character that I like in that game at all. Like I've tried so many, like I think they all look stupid as shit. Eunice like has way worse system mechanics, but then I like almost every single character in that game.
I pretty much only like Seth and Hilda, which is more than I can say for Skullgirls, because I only like Squiggly, but still.
I like the only characters I don't like in Eunice are Enkidu.
That was the first guess.
Enkidu, Akatsuki, and I kind of and Elton. Those are like the only I don't really like. And I'm like not crazy about Wagner, but like I don't really care. I think it's just because like Red Blade just like bodies people too hard and makes the character seem completely fucking like brain dead. But like he's just really good at the game.
Yeah.
But watching that Red Blade versus the World fucking crew battle was insane, so it's just like, okay.
Yeah. I wonder if Evo's going to be a shit show or going to be like fantastic Eunice display. I hope it's like, just shows off how awesome Eunice can be. It'd be really cool.
No, I'm pretty sure clearly I'm just going to win without breaking a sweat.
Oh yeah, absolutely, totally. Are you actually going to Evo?
Me?
Yeah, out of curiosity. Not to like play or anything, or just like watch or whatever.
Why? I'm never going to go to a fucking like offline fighting game like thing again.
Alright, you vowed it.
Well, I'm unless if movie Broly is really cool when he comes out, then I might start going to Dragon Ball locals, but that's it.
Okay.
Like I don't care about competing in fighting games anymore. It's too much work, and I have other things that I care about more that require my attention.
Yeah.
We've been over this. We've been over this like so many times.
So many times. This is it's a broken record at this point. Also,
yeah, stop trying to get me to play video
relatively
games.
new, I meant that you joined the game like within a year or two ago. Like you weren't there since like the beginning of the beta and all that stuff. Like you haven't been around with the scene or anything. But, yeah,
Does that make me relatively new then?
What?
Does that make me relatively new? I haven't been around since the beta.
You were around when like Funko was completely overhauled and everything. Like you were around
you're
for all
talking
of
about
that.
the Ultimate Plus beta. I thought you meant like the Kickstarter beta.
No, I'm talking about like when patches basically stopped is like the cutoff point for new for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's like 2 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started playing the end of my junior year or beginning of my senior year, like between my junior and senior year of college. So yeah, that's 2016. Yeah, that's 2.5 years.
Damn. It's been 2.5 years since Skullgirls has been finished, quote unquote.
Well, that was in the middle of a second encore, or towards the end of second encore. That was before anyone even knew about the patches.
Like, Try Guys has got so many things down with that jumping leg. He's using it for first base, using it to like line cancel a lot. Good stuff.
What are you doing? You gotta learn a combo, my guy.
Yeah. I think I say this every week, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Please check out the B&B Compendium. It's not the most optimized combos by any means, but it's gonna at least help you get more familiar with your characters so we can start talking about really cool shit. You can't do that until you learn to be a little bit more familiar with your characters. That'd be great. Please do that.
There's nothing to talk about in this match. They have to learn combos. Like,
I mean, we can still talk about fundamental things, like using heavy brass at neutral is really risky. Sure, it worked out there. It worked out really well for you. But if you guys remember from last week, you know how much you struggled from being punished with it over and over and over again against Connoisseur. So
I guess I don't know. It's all just play the tutorial shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all just like you gotta play the game more because like you clearly don't have the buttons under your fingers.
Yeah, but it's also like people learn in steps, right? You can't just sum it up. It's like, oh yeah, you just need to be more familiar with the game. Like helping them realize, like, okay, cool, let me work on one thing at a time. Like letting them ease into getting good at the game. I think it's a good way to teach somebody.
I guess. I mean, it's like I don't have any specific advice for these people. I just like yo, play the game more because like it's literally just like these people don't seem like they're comfortable like pressing buttons in order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's like literally like you just have to play the game more so like that you know like what buttons correspond to what.
Yeah, there's definitely a way to that. Like the more you play the game, the more you're gonna realize just from practical experience like what things are unsafe, how your character's supposed to feel, like general spacing things. Like that just kind of comes from playing the game. That is true. Good push block.
Yeah, I see. Like he doesn't have the charge timing down yet.
Yeah.
See, like he doesn't even. I don't even think he knows about like how the weaknesses of grabs and whatnot. Like it's just stuff you need to learn by like it's not something someone can like enumerate to you. You know what I mean? It's just something you have to like kind of just get in your hands.
It's like one of those things where it's like, there's the quote that we just keep reiterating where it's like, practice doesn't make perfect, perfect practice does. Yeah. If we can iterate it, then they're more likely to get that into their hands faster. That's the way I see it.
Again, I just don't, there's nothing for me at least that I can like specifically point to here besides like, you gotta play the game more.
Yeah. So a couple things for the ban, like tighten your cancel windows a little bit more, because like after you did your block string, you delayed it for a really long time before you canceled into giant step, like a few seconds ago. So tighten up your cancel windows.
And I get why you're going for grab all the time is because like people don't know, like, you know, like people I guess around your level don't know like what beats grabs and shit, and like because you see like someone's teching a grab in this game, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But like you don't really like, so if you gotta like you don't gotta fucking like grab all the time. I know it says like it beats blocking, and so especially in training mode, like grabs look really fucking good. But like fucking like all that shit, you gotta just fucking like work on because grabs are pretty bad in this game, to be honest. So I know they're working, but like it's gonna kind of be one of those like local maxima things where you're not gonna get a lot of out of it. Like soon it's gonna become a bad habit, even though it's what's winning you games now.
How minus is heavies with Fuqua?
Punishably.
Okay, so Hydra, you've been using a lot of block strings that end in standing heavy punch, or sometimes you just kind of throw it out at neutral. It's kind of crazy, or you'll land cancel after a block string and then you'll do standing heavy punch, and that's leaving you super vulnerable. So Dry is I think I'd mentioned this before, careful when you're push blocking, because there are a lot of opportunities you're actually throwing away by push blocking, because push blocking always takes a set amount of frames. It takes 25 frames every single time, and sometimes in most of the time a lot of people use it to like reduce how long their block's done, but sometimes it actually increases it, so you got to be really aware of when it's a good idea to push block and when not to. When you're push blocking those heavy attacks, you're actually getting rid of opportunities to punish your opponent, because every single time Hydra has ended on standing heavy punch, the one where she clamps her hair in the sky, that is punishable. You can just hit it with a jab. And every time I throw out the term jab, you still have to play with it. It's standing leg punch. What were we saying, Kendry?
I think this dude did crouch light kick ground start, and that's never what you should do. So this is like the thing with fighting games is like everything starts with run up jab, right? Like that's all neutral game, right? Because that's generally your fastest button that it doesn't like that isn't a hard read, and so it's safe on block and it's your fastest button. And so then everything comes from that. Then it's like, well, that's really easy to block, so you do run up, crouch low. And they're like, well, that's the easiest stuff out because it takes too long to run up, so that's when you like learn spacing. So like that's kind of when you extrapolate. So just doing like crouch light round start doesn't really
doesn't really like do anything. You hear the read on like a dash solo character.
I mean, he got dash up grab, so apparently not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fuqua doesn't have any heavies that you can just like leave. You need to cancel all her heavies, otherwise you can get punished by any character's lights.
Again, with
But
heavy grass and
also-
neutral, I'm just gonna reiterate this. Like, this has been a problem for multiple weeks. Like, even if you're getting the hits sometimes, like, do not get too comfortable doing that. If you really want to do like really aggressive movement with brasses, I highly recommend you just mess around with key break a lot more. That'll give you big band movement experience as well.
Yeah, because like otherwise, like again, you're playing the big band rock paper scissors of like, do I grass or do I A train? And that's not a. You're gonna lose more. You're gonna lose a lot if you keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially once you play against better people. One, they're reactable kind of from full screen, like kind of depending on what you're doing. That's not a really hard and fast rule. But also then every time you guess wrong, you get heavy counter hit.
There's another example right there
big bands.
of Hydra ending on a heavy and Dry Eyes push blocking. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Just pointed it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to push block Fuqua as early as possible in almost every situation.
And if
And
your Fuqua is always ending in a heavy, then you always want to be punishing him instead of push blocking him. In this situation, that's one specific thing.
Yeah, and then every Fuqua heavy button. So if Fuqua goes past the light move, then you have to look for their cancel, because then most Fuquas end in L shadow, and if they don't do that with an assist, you can actually up forward out of that and counter hit them. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, then they do something that has an actual gap in it, and so you're out for free. Fuqua is a bad character, but yeah, so like Fuqua can't go past the medium safely, as long as you know you have your wits about you in terms of push blocking. Yeah, so you're just going for a lot of buttons. You just gotta learn the ranges and kind of what they're used for. And again, that just comes with playing more. Like I could read you the fucking wiki article for Big Band, but you're not gonna internalize any of it. You just gotta play more and learn like, okay, like beat extends for invincibility, but it's kind of short range and it's like a super hard read. You know, LA train isn't actually that good. It's also kind of for like reads or very specific ranges.
Got that HDP. All right.
Also, you're gonna want to learn a combo, but we talked about that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't reaction A train things like that, and even so, your reaction's a little slow.
Okay. So you got that instant double jump coming out of you. So this is a bit more of an advanced thing. You don't have to really worry about it right now, but I'm just gonna make sure you leave in the back of your head. Using up your second double jump like that can be really risky, because if someone resets you in the air without letting you like jump off the ground again, you won't get your second jump back. There are like specific conditions that lead to you getting your second jump back. So your second jump is actually really, really valuable. Especially if you're approaching your opponent, be really wary of very quickly double jumping, because that could end in disaster.
Isn't that a pretty niche thing though? It's like someone like air to airs you out of your double jump and then resets you first string.
No, it's just as long as your opponent doesn't re-jump off the ground, they can't do a second jump. So like, if I've used up my double jump until I jump off the ground, I don't get my second jump back. So as long as I keep resetting you without you being able to jump off the ground, you're fine.
Yeah, it means you have to reset from the air to air string essentially.
Yes.
Isn't that pretty niche?
Not. I think it's underexplored more than niche. Because people take advantage of it, just vortex people to death all day. There's so many setups in this game that like are just only avoidable by like jumping.
Yeah, like all my fortune setups.
Pretty much.
But then I have the other half of it, so it's like a fake 50-50 into a true 50-50. Oh my god. Okay, got it. Just throw some jump. So jumping fireballs on Fuqua are typically better than grounded fireballs, just because there's less landing lag or end lag. Sorry, and recovery frames. I've been playing Smash. I gotta switch. So fucking there's less recovery frames because you land and cancel them. And also you have more control over what zones you threaten, because because you control one, what height your fireball comes from, and obviously you get to choose between all three strings. But two, as you're jumping up and falling, even though you haven't thrown a fireball, you're threatening that you could very quickly. Whereas opposed to if you throw it on the ground, then you're locked into standing there that entire time, which isn't as threatening. So air fireballs are typically better, and again, that comes into keeping your double jump about you too as a thing to threaten that I can double jump and delay my fireball even further and shit like that. That's just general like anime game zoning. Also, that's just a pretty general principle that air fireballs are like pretty strong.
So, you might have realized this by now, Dry Eyes, but a bit about routing when it comes to Big Band is after you use Giant Step and put your opponent into a knockdown state, you'll use standing hard punch, and then it won't restand them. It won't launch them because they're in a knockdown state. So unless you use, is it actually a universally standing light punch that restands? I don't actually know if that's true.
Wait,
unless, what were you saying?
Light punch restands? What?
Yeah, for for Squiggly restands, for Big Banner restands. It's basically anytime you do 2 hits with a normal, or if you do a move
was that level 3 safe because of the assist? I'm so upset if that was. That was a safe level 3. I'm so fucked up right now.
Tier assist. It's your friend.
And it's not, and it's not just from the whiskey. Like, goddamn, that has me fucked up. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, there's so many ways to make that level 3 save.
What?
Tier shot is just like a meaty projectile. Like, it's like not even the most effective way to make that save.
I mean, again, he shouldn't be doing level 3 in neutral.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's the bigger problem. But
Rabble, I get that you're having your whole like college freshman like philosophy thing like going on there, but like we get it, man. Like, come on, man. Oh yeah, how many games are they playing? That's been like 6 games, hasn't it?
It's 5 flat games. So it's 6 games because of the first person that entered, but that wasn't actually Dry Eyes' 5th game. Wait, was it Dry Eyes' 5th game?
I don't know. It says 1 of 5.
No, that's true. That was 5 games. It's not best 3 of 5. It's 5 flat games. Oh, 5. Not 55. Alright.
Oh shit, is that still my picture on Steam? That's crazy. I haven't looked at that picture in forever.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen that in a lobby, which is like the only time I see that icon.
Yeah. That's an old mock-up for like a shirt using like clip art.
I was gonna go ahead and say this because a lot of people in chat are pretty upset about the repeated play more advice. While your argument is completely legitimate, please don't use that to disregard any of the other advice that we were also giving, because we're not just saying play more. We've said like a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, but it's also like there's no magic trick that's gonna make you better. Like I can give you advice on like what you're missing, but the fucking gist of it is that you're inexperienced and like the only cure to that is playing more. Also, I give you specific advice. The only idea is playing more. If you want to know like what to lab out, sure, but like I don't think these players are at that point yet. The players just need to get more comfortable with the game because they're clearly not comfortable pressing buttons in the right order.
I still think that if they want to lab out a B&B, that'll help them get familiar with the game plenty.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I've been saying this for like 2 years, so it's like getting old, but like at the same time, it's like a cliche now of Get Great, where it's like, check out the B&B compendium, learn a B&B, and it's not because combos are good, which they are. It's literally because that's the best way to get familiar with the character. You're gonna learn spacing, timing, links, like all these things that you're not really gonna learn without being or practicing a B&B. So hit the line.
Like I said, I can read you like the frame data for everything and like the rationale behind every fucking move, but that doesn't help you. Like you just need to play more. Like there's fucking and you don't need to play with a specific goal in mind. You just need to play more. Like you just need to play more and have fun, and like you'll get better at the game at this level. Like there's not like specific. You don't have to do like concentrated practice.
Yeah.
Like everyone who's like you need to give like really specific advice because you saw them drop a B&B one time, and so you should practice your B&Bs more is fucking retarded.
I'm kind of on the fence on this because I disagree with the fact that we should be saying play more, because like I feel like everyone knows that they should play more. It's like what they specifically should be doing.
It's good to read. It's good to hear someone else say it, at least for me.
Okay.
Because like everyone knows, like if you want to get better, you need to practice. But like hearing someone else say it, at least for me, helps a lot. Because it's like, yo, numbnuts, actually get your ass in gear.
Yeah, there's some legitimacy to it. But while you're here on Get Great, we'll try to give you as much advice as possible. I'm gonna stick to that.
I mean, it's not like we're not giving advice, but I think there's nothing more substantive I can say than, yo, just play the game, have more fun, and you'll get better.
One's going to be open lobby, not for a hot minute, because next up we got another matchup coming in. Where's the signups? Oh yeah, we got Dry Eyes versus Hydra happened. Connoisseur did not show up, so we got Real Robot versus Cyberstorm.
Cyberstorm.
Yeah.
Isn't that a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Might be. Anything could be a Yu-Gi-Oh card if you really want it to be. I don't
That's
know.
true. I think there was like a card called like Purpley Dragon or something.
Alright. Cyberstorm, you're not added on my buddy list, so please join the lobby through the link. Who joined? Real Robot is already here. Cool. Does anyone know where Cyberstorm is by any chance? That'd be cool. Cyberstorm. You're up.
Oh man, how much is it to go to Nepal?
I have no idea. That was so non sequitur.
I'm just like on Facebook and like dudes are going to Nepal because I forgot that I know it to like a dude who's like of Tibetan heritage, and I'm just like, shit, I should go to fucking Nepal. That'd be dope.
Interplanetary purpley thorny dragon. Thank you, Loomis.
And there's no space. What the fuck, Yu-Gi-Oh?
What a video game.
One of the few Smash locals I ever went to, a dude signed up as Blue Eyes White Privilege, and I fucking love that guy.
That's pretty good.
I remember he wasn't that good either, so like the name was like all he was known for.
Gotta get out there somehow.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, Cynet Storm is a Yu-Gi-Oh card apparently.
Cynet Storm? I don't remember that card. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Cyber Jar. That's
a thing.
Yeah, it was a jar with teeth, man. That shit was crazy. Yo, Tom, get in the voice call, man. Is Tom able to get in this voice call?
Not at the moment, but I can drag him in.
Yeah, get him in here. Get Tom in this voice call.
Tom, join General. I'll drag you in here.
Get in the car, loser. We're going shopping.
Oh, you left the Discord? Alright.
Alright. Oh, the jars are banned? That's crazy. Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh's weird.
Yeah.
Everyone good to go?
I think Pot of Greed started this chain of just all the jars ever always being banned.
Damn, what the fuck? But I play my Pot of Greed and I draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it's too good. This is free 2 cards.
Yo, shout out to Reborn the Monster, not Monster Reborn.
Vintage.
I don't know why the fuck the voice actor was like, it's Reborn the Monster. Oh shit,
that was safe. Wow, that's cool.
Because he was in the landing or the end recovery of the jump heavy punch, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
Good punches up. Just fucked up the combo a little bit there. I get that. Fortune combos are weird, man. I don't know why I keep dropping fortune combos.
I can't do them. I've literally tried for like a week straight trying to learn to B&B with Fortune. I just cannot. She just does not fit my fingers at all.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking weird.
Double tapping DP to jump cancel just drives my brain nuts.
That took me like a week and a half.
Yeah, I guess I got another half week to go in that case because I can't.
And I keep losing it because I don't do the DP combos because I'm a fucking loser. Well-timed reversal. Oh, to Judaism. Alright, just press level 3.
10 out of 10 internets. Let's go.
Alright, well, he did the level 3 afterwards, but...
Alright. So I saw a bit of lag there. If we're seeing lag, then you guys might be experiencing even more lag. Just so you guys know, as like a gentle reminder, please pause the stream while you guys are playing. Please make sure you're not playing on Wi-Fi.
It's because one of these dudes is in Europe, that's why.
Oh, yeah, that will do it. Make sure your GGPO settings are appropriate. If your internet's good and stable, and you should be able to fight people in Europe just fine.
Oh yeah, can I play people in Europe now that I'm on the East Coast and Northeast now?
That might be harder, actually.
Really?
I think you're further away from Europe, depending on what part of Europe.
Wait, how am I further away from Europe than when I was in Texas?
In Texas?
I'm closer to Europe now than when I was in Texas, like geographically.
I mean, I feel like Texas is closer to like Great Britain than California will be.
Yeah, but I'm not in California.
Oh, that's right. You're in Massachusetts. Never mind. I totally fucked up.
I was like, where the fuck do you think I am?
Yeah. Wrong side of the country.
Yeah, that's why I can't play with people in Asia anymore. Like, I haven't played with Ten in years. Or Magic Man. Yeah, you gotta delay the heavy punch a little bit if you want to do that cross up. It's very spacing dependent and character dependent, the timing. Ooh, got him. So if a fortune starts doing Rekkas on you, just start mashing because there's no safe ender to it. After they did the second Rekka, so you can just push block and start mashing.
Okay. I recommend using only one hit of Standing Light Punch into the grab. It does make it a little bit trickier, but it's actually a little bit... I mean, it's faster and trickier, but the timing is a little bit weird just because Standing Light Punch is +9. So it will feel awkward at first, but I highly recommend getting used to using only one hit of Standing Light Punch into grab.
Yeah, Tom, if you don't want to join the voice call, you don't have to, but if you want to, just join the general voice channel in the Get Gr8 Discord, and then Crank can drag you in here. Oh yeah, I gotta learn Cerebella resets. I don't have any.
Yeah. It's like, why do... maybe you can explain this, but I see this a lot. I see a lot of people, like, at neutral, they'll just throw out a heavy lock and load, and your opponent will block and then they'll punish. Like, are they, like, trying to bait out being hit and then, like, card canceling into 360? Like, that's the only thing I can imagine.
Well, yeah, if you want to cancel into 360, you do it before the lock and load actually becomes active.
Right, but, like, obviously you don't want to cancel into 360 if your opponent's just blocking. So, like, do they just bite the bullet in that case?
That's the mix-up. So normally what people do is they do stand fierce, like on hit, like in a combo, they do stand, also drag Tom in here. They do stand fierce into lock and load because that's not true block string. And when they exit block string, they check if they're up backing or not, and they do 360 because then if you do 360, the super fly, you can't post flash jump 360. So like that's the mix-up. But yeah, just doing it doing it while they're not in hit stun is a fucking different thing.
Yeah.
Could we make the lobby 5 people after this game?
Absolutely not.
Damn, I'm just watching with the delay then.
Yeah.
Nah.
I was like, only have one more set after this anyway, so...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many sets were there today?
3.
11.
Damn. I missed 8 of them.
Yeah. No, that's okay, man. I got you. I'm a man of the skull people.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Kenji's a true Skull fan.
Yeah, dude, we were charging our JO crystals and everything.
So glad that Skullgirls made JO Crystals canon.
Did they?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, like, these goddamn degenerates. You deserve nothing. Trans rights are canceled.
Damn. He said it.
Yeah, dude. Alexio Ocasio-Cortez couldn't change it. Skullgirls community's too powerful.
Is Fraudulent Robot free mercenary on the Discord?
I feel like I've been told this before.
No.
Maybe.
Do we got the double snap? That was definitely a misinput for a double snap.
Nah, you joined back at the right time.
Dude, I do that shit all
We're
the time.
charging our JO crystals. Merc is training wheels.
Yeah.
According to Dur 403. Oh damn, this
Thank
build
you,
is
Dur.
low as shit. Oh.
I do apologize
that
for
was
getting you
almost a
guys'
full
names
setup.
mixed up so often. Like, it just kind of happens because everyone has a different name on Discord, Twitch, and Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we should all change our name to the same thing. It'll be less confusing.
I remember
So, like,
AC Fan always changed his name to the Crank Machine, and I would just not be the Crank Machine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 'Cause, yeah, he like was in love with you for some reason.
And on Discord.
Dude, he was like creepily obsessed with you, man. Like, I'm not gonna front.
I had no idea. It's kind of funny.
It was just like weird how much he would like try to suck your dick. I'm sure it was just because like he wanted to be friends with you or whatever.
He's a cool dude. We hung out. locals all the time. Like,
Again, the only time I've even heard his voice is when he was talking to Mike behind, like while they were behind me, and like he was
wasn't
really
he drunk out of his mind? That was at CEO Attack. I remember that. That was hilarious.
and he was like, yeah, like this fucking guy, and Mike's like, that guy's name is Kenji, by the way, and he's like, okay, whatever. And I was like, what? Because I was like just like playing a game, like that was like during the Friday night or whatever. I was like, I don't even know who's talking about me. I just heard Mike say my name, and I was like, what's going on?
Is there a comic with all the Skullgirls, or am I gonna have to play through everyone's story mode to figure out what the heck is going on?
Skullgirls has lore?
Okay, so yeah, you can play the story mode to figure everything out. There's a little bit of you can find out from the wiki. Most of the lore is actually through Skullgirls mobile, which is not worth playing, so don't even bother.
Is it non-canon though?
No, it's canon.
Wait, what?
It's like multiple spoilers, multiple realities basically. Like that's the.
Oh yeah, so it might as well be non-canon, right?
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
Right, because like so then or Double's ending is the only canon, right? That's it.
Well, Double's canon is what confirms the multiverse, like of Skullgirls, but like I don't know.
I know. Someone get Lockjaw on the phone. We need his expertise.
Please no. That's not. I'm more afraid that someone has Lockjaw's number on speed dial.
Dude, someone better have Lockjaw's number on speed dial. We need to know what's going on.
Oh, that's funny.
Yo, so I heard like someone got banned from like the SG like Discord for being a fucking pedophile or something.
What? I'm out of the loop then.
So I guess I must have heard wrong then.
I mean, there's a melee player, but that's a different game.
A melee player got banned for being a pedophile?
You're talking about the Sixth God? The Sixth God?
Dude, he's like the biggest fucking Drake LARPer ever. Holy shit. But yeah, basically
he was like actually sick at the game though, is the sad part. Like he was actually really good.
Yeah, he was like barely top 100 and then fell back. So like, he was like, okay.
He was really good though, man.
It's still pretty good, but it's like, dude, he was
he's clearly a scumbag, but like, goddamn, was he like good at the game? And like, he had a sick mark.
I'm not sure if you're memeing or not, Dr. Doc, but I'm glad you like the BNB Compendium. It's a really useful resource. I'm glad somebody made that.
Yeah. Who made that, Kyle or Liam?
I don't know who started it. I think Kyle started it.
Kyle has the main OP on that thread, yeah.
Yeah.
Super, super helpful.
Guy's a legend.
There should be... Is there, like, a thread on Skullheart that, like, has all of, like, the World Gem and Liam videos on Skullgirls?
I think that would be pretty helpful, too.
Yeah.
Let's just go on Skullheart. And
Go
post it
check
for,
out
like,
the
2
channels.
people.
Just check out Liam's YouTube channel and check out World Gem's YouTube channel. Just loaded with Skullgirls details and content. It's really good stuff.
Dude, I wonder when the last time someone
Nice
posted
views out there.
in the Skullheart tech section is.
I mean, that forum died for like 3 weeks recently. And I mean, like literally, like their service went down and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like,
Yeah,
you
pretty
just like forgot to pay for it, or like what's going on?
It's probably
I
something
guess
along
so,
those lines.
yeah.
They're like, no one plays this game anymore.
Nice blocks. Okay, so see, that's a really tricky high-low. So there's a cool thing. I can talk about this. It's the intermediate bracket. These guys are familiar with the characters. This is why I tell people in the beginning of the bracket to become familiar with the characters. Alright, so there's a thing called Absolute Guard. Put a video of it in the chat. So when a high-low is coming like that from like multiple sprites, you technically have unblockable protection, but if they're more than 6 frames apart, you don't have unblockable protection. So what you do is you Absolute Guard. And what that is while you're push blocking, you can technically You can technically block in both directions at the same time. Check that out.
Both directions meaning high, low, not left, right.
Yeah. But if you're in push block, do you block left rights automatically or no?
I think on
There's
the first frame of you blocking, you automatically get left-right protection, I think.
Yeah, there's some form of cross-up protection, I just forget what it is. But yeah, like push blocking doesn't let you input like let you carry over your left input while you're inputting a right input.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't do that for sure.
It's kind of interesting how Dragon Ball decided to like just say like fuck that, because you know like every game has just like the jump over call assist like problem of like unreactable cross-ups, and they're like, all right, we're just taking that out of the game. Like, it's a weird solution, but like, it's interesting.
Again, Absolute Guard could have helped you there, but also, I don't know if it was you, Robot, or somebody else, but someone with the exact same Bella skin had made a comment earlier about how they need to work on, like, canceling out of their dash, working on optimal movement and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you mean the kill Sage, the same Bella skin? Yeah.
Yeah, Sage really needs to work on his movement, huh? But in case it was you, I'm starting to see you canceling your dash and stuff, so that's really cool.
To kill Sage, if you're listening, even though you're probably at final round, here's some advice from your Bella, courtesy of the Crank Machine. Go ahead, Crank, tell him.
Is Sage, your movement sucks. No, I don't know anything about Bella. Don't trust me. But also, your movement sucks.
Go ahead, Carvel. Hold on. I'm gonna get another fucking drink. Hold on 1 second.
Shout out to Sage. Sage still gives out like Skullgirls 101 advice these days. Like it's like, oh, for those guys who don't know, in Skullgirls, infinite protection does not apply to the assist. Like, wow. Yeah. Thanks, Sage.
Yo, I fucking learned how to play this game from watching him and McPeanuts' stream. Like, it's how I learned how to play the game.
Yeah. You learned so much. Oh my god, I miss McPeanuts' stream. That was so educational all the goddamn time.
Yeah, but it's okay. I have the last recording of McPeanuts ever playing Skullgirls on my hard drive, so everything's okay.
That's true. It's perfect.
Tune into my stream if you want to hear it.
And tilt less specifically when things don't matter. Things always matter, but you do need to tilt less. So, it's... How do I explain this? Tilting is like a really natural thing, especially in a game like Skullgirls. Like, people get emotional over Skullgirls all the goddamn time. Like, people go on tilt like crazy. So... Yeah, man. I tilted so hard that I stopped playing the game. Quite literally, yeah. At CEO Taku, you just went out and almost started to fight.
That was because people were talking shit about me outside. That's fucking different. I would have almost started a fight with that regardless. But like, fucking I'm just walking around, I hear my name, and I was like, yeah, that fucking like dude. I'm like, bitch, like, are you fucking playing right now? Like I don't give a fuck, man. Like, but I quit playing the game a couple months after CEO Taku. Granted, but yeah, it's because of CEO Taku. I was just like, fuck it. Like, it's too much work. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, Skullgirls is hard. Fighting games are hard in general. And being tilted is going to be like a natural process that like sometimes you just won't understand what you're supposed to do about a situation. The best thing you can do in that situation is really just think about something else that is significantly more beneficial. And I don't mean like go take a walk. I mean, and which might be your thing, that might help you. But what I mean is like, all right, if you get fucked up, you gotta just focus on like, okay, what jump did I fuck up? Like, or something like that. Like, focus on one really specific detail and fixate over what could I have done in that situation. And like, you'll find yourself theory crafting on like all the things you could have done in that situation. And that kind of takes away from the fact that you're upset that you lost in that situation.
Yo, can you re-add Tom? He fell out of the call.
Sure. Yeah. What happened? His laptop died?
I think he's on his phone.
Oh.
All right, Tom. Okay, Tommy boy, you're back, Tommy boy.
But yeah, I was gonna agree with what Crank is saying here. Like, focusing on specific things is very helpful for SG, rather than just like, sometimes just playing sets. Like, I see a lot of people just get frustrated in the Discord very quickly because they just like hop into games and kind of expect like magical improvement shenanigans to happen. But you gotta be cognizant to some extent, in my opinion.
Yeah. Or you can gather the 7 Dragon Balls and then do
yes, that's right.
I
also think
CEO Taco banned the 7 Dragon Balls. Just set a staple.
Don't be afraid to play good players too.
Has no idea how to choose whiskey. How the fuck does he not know this? He's like over the age of 30.
What whiskey do you usually drink?
I usually drink like either some sort of Glen or like if I'm cheaping out, I get Jameson because Jameson's fine for like a dirt cheap shit.
I think the only whiskey I've genuinely enjoyed, other than like obviously like the labels because that's cheating, it's what was it? It was Benchmark, which is like surprisingly uncommon, but like not particularly like high.
I've never even heard of that. What kind of was it? Like a bourbon or like a Scotch or an Irish or a rye? Like
I'm trying to remember. I don't have a bottle handy, so I can't check right now because like it's not easy to find, but it's not like rare or great or anything. It's still like a normal ass common brand that you can find. In like a lot of what's called booze warehouses.
Yeah. If you want like a little bit more expensive than normal, you can get yourself like a Glenfiddich. If you want like actually really good, you can get yourself like a Glenlivet. Like Glenlivet's like really good.
Yeah.
Or you can also get I'm quite partial to like Scotch and Japanese whiskeys. I also like a lot. So like
I haven't had Japanese
Benji the connoisseur. Holy shit.
there's a fucking in Japan, in Little Tokyo in LA. There's this really great Japanese whiskey bar that has like a gigantic whiskey menu. It's so nice, and it's actually like pretty normal price. Like they gave me a fifth of I think it was a Yamazaki 12.
All right, hold that thought. You want to fight View, or should we make this an open lobby? It's up to you.
Oh fuck!
Because I honestly was expecting you to be like, put me in and just literally leave, like, and not show up at all.
Well, I saw that you fucking added me, so I had to fucking blast your ass with this shit. But I guess I'm here now. He's in fucking Europe. All right, hold on. This is actually a good way to test whether or not I can play people in Europe.
It's perfect.
Because my internet here is actually pretty good. So.
Yeah, I always thought it was Glenlivet as well.
Oh, is it Leve? Oh. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So it could very well be. Like, I don't know shit about shit.
I'm not a big fan of whiskey, but I know a lot of people.
You were just talking about Japanese whiskey. How do you say you don't know anything about anything? I didn't even know that existed.
Oh yeah, like so like now I think they like don't list the year of it so they can like all sell it for the same price. But yeah, Suntory, who also makes like really good like juice products and like is like they make really good orange and apple juice. They are a high-end whiskey brand in Japan, and
okay.
Yeah, so it's like Yamazaki, Suntory, and like Hibiki are like the known good Japanese whiskey companies, and everything else is like really expensive shit. That is very boutique and everything.
Gotcha.
Welcome to Alcohol Get Great. You're gonna be fighting Kenji because the matchup says so, and Kenji wants to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, my cousin got me this, I guess, like, because my cousin came to visit after I moved last week, and it's called, what's it called, Richard Bar? This stuff's disgusting, but it's apparently a scotch. But man, this stuff, like, just tastes like a headache.
That's some poetry right there.
What team should I play?
You should play, I don't know, do you remember anything about Squiggly? Play your Squiggly team.
No, I'm not, my hands don't have Squiggly under them right now.
Alright, Fortune?
Alright.
If I remember correctly, you play solo Fortune. I'm not actually positive.
Yeah, he plays solo Fortune. Man, I gotta play trio against the solo. Fuck this. I hate playing trio versus solo.
Gotta challenge you somehow, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna play duo after this.
This is like a Dark Souls speedrunning on Donkey Konga Bongo.
Oh shit, he hit me.
Oh, dropping that hit confirm.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh, that was weird.
Oh, he got me. He mashed. Clever girl.
There are only two defensive options in this game. Kenji, 2017.
What the fuck? Where was my fucking mash? That wasn't... Oh my god, that was a fucking miss. Whatever. Alright, let's see if I can do the optimal conversion here. Nope. Nope, I fucking suck, dude. What the fuck? I did it.
That'll finish it up.
Man, I fucking suck at this game. Holy shit.
Damn straight. So you gotta tighten up those links because I'm noticing you had more than enough hit confirms to kill Kenji's fortune point pretty early on, but you weren't really able to cash out on any of it. Like you would drop your link after you land cancel and things like that.
Yeah, Tom fell out of the call again. You gotta re-add him.
How does this keep happening? What is he doing?
This guy's a fucking ass monkey.
I am a ape. Thank you for adding me back.
Anytime.
Alright, I'm gonna play duo now.
Can't believe this.
I don't want to play trio versus. Oh wait, that's not the fucking button I wanted. It's a problem.
You play solo fortune, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a struggle. Like you gotta have a headless at that point. But you also have to win neutral as Solo Fortune first, which is fuck that. Why'd you get hit by the brass? I wanted you to get put in the blocks. Oh my god, did he just dash up jab out of the push block?
Micro dash jab, let's go.
What a fucking man. Oh, he got me.
Wow,
This guy's
weaving
situational
around
awareness.
it. This guy's got movement.
This guy's doing the thing.
Oh, what the heck? Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Alright, so the lesson here is block high.
More than that. Okay, so like the 5 billion times that you got hit, it was actually just all counter hit. So you had like all the movement, this like duck and weaving. You had all this movement. You were like getting around the brass assist call and like getting behind the pain wheel really, really well.
Yeah.
A lot of times Kenji wasn't ready for it. All this stuff was really, really good. But you gotta know when to press buttons. The dash of the micro dash grab, or not grab, micro dash jab was glorious. Like the fact that he had the confidence to do that was amazing.
Also, the reason I was hitting you with is a safe jump, so even if your reversal came out, it wouldn't have worked.
Oh.
Dude, he blocked the unblockable round start.
Yeah, it's the double jump, dude.
This man's too ready.
The frame perfect double jump. For those guys that don't know, you can actually block A-Train on your way upward because while you're double jumping for 1 frame, you're not actually moving upward, and that counts as you like in jump startup, and that is not grabbable by A-Train. It's kind of funny.
Damn, what if you can't double jump? What do you do for that then? Because I always lose that shit.
You don't. You just don't get. You don't win. Don't do anything about it. There's just like an extra option people with double jumps have. For 1 frame, you can block the air unblockable.
Oh, I wasn't close enough. Damn.
Oh wow. Okay. Snap him out. Good idea. Make that double bleed and get some health back. Smart way to play Solo.
Double's dead. Oh,
Show me the BNB. No. Alright.
I don't have enough to do.
Dang, yeah, he has so many drops. It's really fortunate.
He did. He was still mashing. I was afraid of that, but I didn't want to believe.
Ooh. I think the only way to get enough height with fortune is what? Double jump? Super jump, double jump, right? Is that the only way you can get over Big Man's thing?
Get over what?
If you want to get above Big Bang when he's doing Infinite Drive Reversal, you want to do super jump, double jump, right?
He had already pressed a button, it doesn't matter.
Ah.
I did that in reaction. Because he tried to, I think, meaty jump heavy kick at the wrong height. I think you can just super jump, but you have to do it, like, late.
Really?
Yeah, because otherwise Parasol won't be able to do anything about it.
And well, doesn't she have other ways to get height?
I don't know. Fucking Peacock? I swear, I was like about to say, if you play Peacock, I'm fucking playing Fukua. What team do I want to play? This team. I picked the wrong colors. Fuck.
You're done. You're screwed. It's over.
Yeah, dude.
Take him when he's down. Get him when he's weak.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's
Hey, my team, let's go.
Didn't Kenji pick up this team literally to show you he can play your team better than you?
Yeah, he did. It didn't take him long.
Man, I keep on fucking up this combo, and he keeps on not teching also.
Are you trying to do specifically tech chases?
No. I'm supposed to be doing a vortex.
Oh.
Oh wait.
That's a
Fuck,
funny
this is
conversion.
wrong. This is the wrong combo.
I was gonna say, it didn't look optimal.
Whatever.
Wow, that actually barely killed. That's funny.
I did car too early.
Ah, okay.
The last hit of Fender didn't, like the hit of Fender didn't hit, so then car hit too high.
Ah.
I love how he just fucking slapped something for that final Fenrir hit. That is what the hit is.
Yeah, I just hit the table. Like, I don't know what to call it.
The wham hit of Fenrir.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I didn't know it was drive. I thought it was dive for the longest time.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, because
like, is it dive?
It's drive. It's drive.
It is
I thought
drive?
it was
Okay.
dive.
And
Yeah,
it
that
would
was
make more
dive.
sense
It
if
was
it's dive.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Oh,
I was pretty upset when I found that out.
It's like the Fishbone Gang is not called the Meowthia.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, that would make perfect sense for like the Fortune story.
Yeah.
Why'd I super? I'm stupid. I'm not confirming well.
Rebel always thought that diving wolf dog was divine wolf dog. That's some esoteric shit.
And I thought when Beowulf said like 120-inch pythons, I thought I said 120-year timeline. I don't know why.
That one's a bit extreme.
But yes. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do the safe jump even though he'd be dead here anyway, but I want to try and see if I can get it. Nope, that was the wrong timing. Alright, snap me now so we can play more of the game. Nope, alright. That's fine.
Can you normally microdash to jab to convert off of that?
Probably, I don't know. I don't play Fortune.
I think you have to be headless to be able to convert off of that, but I don't actually know because I've never seen anyone convert off of that when they're not headless.
I think you can like El Recca or something.
That sounds too slow, but I'm not. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, it's crazy.
Man, I can't believe my Fuko almost died. I'm terrible at this game.
Anyway, you like to sum things up. Your movement is pretty solid actually. I kind of liked it a lot.
You know what the hitboxes are coming.
Yeah, so that's awesome. The biggest problem is that you just kept on dropping stuff. You had plenty of hit confirms.
Oh, so many drops, yeah.
Yeah, like if you just... the general rule of thumb is all Skullgirls, and you should be more than familiar with this, is that you want to be able to go into the lab and do your combo 10 times in a row. Some people add a little bit of like a buffer. They'll say, oh, you're allowed to drop it once in 10 tries or something like that. But like, nah, just literally get consistent with it. Do it 10 times in a row, and then do it 10 times in a row against bots. Do it against like moving opponents, basically.
Some people do it more than 10 times in a row.
10 times each side, don't drop it. There you go. Start from there.
Yeah, on every character. Like, it's do the full shebang.
Pretty much.
Because
and it's not like you're not gonna drop combos in real games or games that are important. Like Daigo has dropped like set winning combos. You know what I mean? But like, it's you want to make that as little of a going concern as possible. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I need to think about like executing my combo as like a failure point.
Thing is, like, you seem comfortable with what combos you want to do. You've decided that. You are really familiar with the character. If you iron that up, you have like a lot of potential. Like, I think that's the main ceiling right now. Like, if you break through like how many drops you're making, like, I think you're gonna like suddenly spike in how well you're performing.
Also, you should probably learn some resets.
I would say yes, but also don't even focus on that right now. I'd say the next step is seriously, super importantly, just don't drop those combos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cyberstorm. You took time. Yeah, don't worry about it. We actually ended up waiting longer for Connoisseur, who never showed up because they've been offline for like 48 hours or something. So no worries. Glad you showed up. I'm glad you played your games. That should be every set for today. I gotta run in a hot minute. So
sweet.
I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up.
We did it, team.
I know at least like 3 people want Open Lobby back. I'll bring Open Lobby back maybe every other week.
When you deserve it.
When you deserve it. Yeah, no. Do your B&Bs 10 times in a row and I'll bring it back.
Fax proof to our PO box, and then we'll bring back the open lobbies. Until then, we'll send you open lobbies ear in a box every day. Tell you fucking.
Alright, rip lobbies then. No, that's not. No, for reals though. Like, I'll bring it back next week. The thing is, like, every other week I'm actually traveling home to take care of family. Because of that, I can't really spare too much time. So, unfortunately, I gotta cut it off as soon as I can. But the weeks where I'm home, yeah, well, I'll start hosting open lobbies again. So, don't worry about that.
Nice.
I will.
That was really fun.
Yeah, it was pretty great. We go live every Saturday, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. Tune in, get your weekly practice in, grind. Make sure you watch the VODs. There might be a lot of moments where we're not really commentating a lot of your play because you don't have anything that stands out or anything easy to say. But make sure you watch from beginning to end and then a little bit some, because we usually always make at least a few comments about something you need to work on. So please check that out. The VODs will be uploaded right after the stream. Crank, what is more family? Family or SG?
What's more family?
What's more family? SG or important?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
You said what's more family or SG?
What's more
Words.
family or SG?
I get it.
This is either way. It's still tough. I can't answer that question either way. SG is family. Does that count? I don't know.
Is it? How is SG family? SG is a video game sold to you by Mike Zymont.
Yeah, but literally like half the friends I have, I've met through Skullgirls. So
You gotta get out more, my guy.
I get out and then I meet a bunch of normal ass people and they're really boring.
I don't even know if that's true for me, and I moved to a state where I don't know anybody.
That's fair.
Oh my god. And when you think about it, Kenji really is a typical Skullgirls player because he talks shit about the game all the time and he's good at it. So,
Yeah.
So you think about it, he really is just a Skullgirls player in denial.
Yeah, dude, I'm just an Uncle Big Band.
Uncle Big Band.
Oh my god.
The self-hating SG player.
At least you have friends.
That's
of
a good
course, I
name
always
for a
have you
trope,
guys.
actually, for Skullgirls.
Wow. All right, so I will be back. Wait. Do you say something, Tom? I totally did not hear you.
No, nothing.
Okay. All right. So yeah, in case you guys want to apply your practice skills and see if you're improving what you're trying to do, join us with Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a tournament, standard Skullgirls tournament rules. You can find it by typing !! Be Great into Twitch chat. Takes you to the Steam group link. It's great. It's a fun time. It's got tons of people joining pretty regularly. It's pretty great. Mostly managed by Penny, but I'm always there usually. Always there usually, sure. I'm usually there doing commentary. So yeah, I will see you all later. Bye. Also, thanks Kenji for helping out, and Tom.
Yeah, I got you. Dude, why is there so much fucking beer in my fridge? I'm one person. People just keep on bringing 6-packs. It's like, oh, you're in a new apartment.